So, hello guys, and welcome back in my YouTube channel on Sagacious Learners. In this video, we are going to be talking about quadratic equation. So we are going to solve quadratic equation by factorization method. So first, what is quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an equation in which 2 is the highest power of the letter or letters in the equation. The general formula of a quadratic equation is as squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. This formula simply means that if you find the value of s and if you replace it and add all of them or subtract all of them, it will give you 0. So that is the meaning of this formula. So and anywhere you see this formula, just know that we are talking about quadratic equation. So examples of quadratic equation as I've given to you. So there are 4 methods of solving quadratic equation, which they are factorization method, completing the square method, formula method, and graphical method. So we are going to be talking about factorization method. So this method seems to be the simplest. The factorization method of solving quadratic equation requires the knowledge of factorization of algebra expression, but I will make it so simple for you to understand. So there are 3 ways of solving factorization method, like 3 formula you can apply in solving factorization method. So first is we are going to multiply the first term and the second term. So let me explain something using this example. In a squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is the first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term. So our first formula said that we are going to multiply the first term and the last term. So in solving quadratic equation using factorization method, first thing you should do is to multiply this term and this term. So this is the first formula you should follow. For example, if you are given 2x squared minus 21x plus 45 is equals to 0. So the first formula says that we should multiply these 2 numbers. So second formula says that we should find 2 numbers that if we multiply it, we are going to get 90. And if we subtract it, we are going to, if we subtract or add it, we are going to have the middle number. So in this equation, think about 2 numbers. If you add it, you are going to get the middle number, or if you subtract it, you are going to get the middle number. If you multiply the first term and the last term, you are going to get the 90. So what are these 2 numbers? These 2 numbers are, so try thinking about these 2 numbers. So these 2 numbers are 6 and 15. 6 and 15. So where are we going to add this number? Now we apply the third formula, which says that in the third formula we are going to replace the number with the middle number. Remember that I said first formula is multiply the first term and the second term. Second formula says that we should find the 2 numbers. If you multiply the first term and the second term, if you multiply the first term and the second term, you're going to get 90. But if we subtract or add these 2 numbers, we are going to get the middle number. So 6 plus 15 is 21, so it is correct. Factorization can be factorized if these 2 numbers can give us the middle number. But if the two number cannot give us the middle number, so that equation cannot be factorized. So let's solve this equation. 2x squared minus 21x plus 45 equals to 0. First, apply our first formula, which says multiply the first number and the last number, which is 2 and 45. So 2 times 45 is 90. So our second formula says we should find two numbers. If we multiply it, we are going to get 90, but if you subtract it or add it, we are going to get the middle number. So what are these two numbers? As I said earlier in this video, is 6 and 15. So in this 6 and 15, which one should carry plus and which one should carry minus? So this is a big problem. If you add plus and add plus here and you add it in the middle number, you see you might make mistake. So the best thing is to follow the rule. If you just follow the rule, mathematics is all about understanding. So if you follow the rule, you're going to get and solve it correctly. So which one should be first and which one should be second? First, we are going to take our big number, which is 15. And what is the small number there, which is 6? Now, in any equation, if here is minus, here the big number will be minus. If here is plus, the big number will be plus. But since here is minus, our big number will be minus. So minus times plus will be minus. This is how to know which one should be plus or which one should be minus. First one is multiply the two first and last number. Second formula is two numbers. If you add it or subtract it, you're going to get the middle number. If you multiply it, you will get your product. So this is the product. This 90 here is the product. The product is the multiplication of the first term and the second term. So the third formula is always know that if here is minus, our big number will be minus. And if here is plus, our big number will be plus. Then in finding the small number, we're going to multiply the two numbers here. Let me introduce you to how to multiply signs. So minus times minus is equals to plus. Plus times plus is equals to plus, because they are the same. Minus and minus are the same, so it will give us positive, and plus are the same, so it will give us positive. But plus times minus will give us minus because they are not the same, so it will give us negative. And minus times plus will also give us negative because they are not the same. So here is minus times plus. So in our formula, what is minus times plus? Minus times plus is minus. That is why minus is here. So next and the last formula, which is the third formula, says we should replace this number with the middle number. We should replace this number with the middle number. So the middle number there is minus 21x. So 2x squared minus 21x plus 45 is equals to 0. Remember that if you find the value of s and you replace this value here, it will give us 0. So we have minus 15 and minus 6. So we should replace these numbers with the middle number. So 2x squared, the bigger number first, minus 15x, followed by the small number minus 6, minus 6x plus 45 is equals to 0. So We are going to factorize it now. So here is the main problem. If you didn't get it here, then you are not going to get the correct answer. So we are going to factorize this in a way that if you multiply it back, we are going to get this number. We are going to factorize it in a way that if you multiply it back, we are going to get this number that is in front of us. So can 2 go in 15? No, but we have x and x. You can see now, this is not correct because these brackets here and these brackets here are not the same. They are not the same. So in solving factorization method, always know that the brackets must be the same. The brackets must be the same. The brackets, the two brackets must be the same. So this one is cancelled because it is not correct. So let's try using another way. X bracket 2x minus 15 minus 3 2x and minus 15 is equals to 0. As you can see, here is plus and here is minus. Why? So remember that I said that the two brackets must be equal. Now, as you can see, these brackets and these brackets here, they are the same. So this is telling us that our factorization is correct. But let's confirm if our factorization is correct. So s times 2s is 2s squared. So this one is correct. S minus 15 is minus 15x. So this one is correct. Minus 3 times 2x is minus 6. So this one is correct. And minus 3 times minus 15 is plus 45. Remember that I said minus times minus is equals to plus because they are the same thing. So since our factorization now is correct, what we are going to do is to take one bracket. So taking one bracket is 2x minus 15, or now we are going to now put this one in brackets, which is x minus 3. As you can see, 2x minus 15 or s minus 3. So 2x minus 15 is equals to 0, or x minus 3 is equals to 0. So taking 15 to the right hand side is equals to 2s is equals to plus 15. If a number crosses an equality sign, it will change its sign. For example, if plus crosses over here, it will become minus, and if minus crosses over here, it will become plus. Or so minus is crossing an equality sign, so minus crossing an equality sign is plus, so plus 3. So here is now complete. S is equals to plus 3, or S is equals to 15 divided by 3. So how are we going to check whether our factorization is correct? What we are going to do is to replace this number with x. Look at 2x squared minus 21x plus 45 is equals to 0. So we are going to replace s. Anywhere we see s, we are going to put 3 there. And if subtracting and adding all of them will give us equals to 0, we know our quadratic formula is correct. So 2 times 3, because s is here. So this is s because s is here, raised to the power 2 minus 21 times 3 plus 45. which is equals to 0. I hope you understand this thing I did here, because we wrote 3 because we have to replace 3 to check whether our answer is correct or not. So try this, add all of them and subtract all of them. You see that we are going to get 0. So implicating that our factorization method was completely
I hope you find this video
correct.
enjoyable and helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this on Sagacious Learners.